Time now for our Ultimate Insider, brought to you by FFB Bank. We're once again joined by Cameron Worrell, the radio analyst for Fresno State football. Cam, thanks for joining us.
Of course, of course.
What is your initial reaction to yesterday's win over Wyoming?
Hey, 1-0, right? That's all that matters. Win in advance, especially where the Dogs are right now. Still a chance to play in that Mountain West championship game. So no matter what it looks like, no matter what style of play you execute to win, just win the game, and that's what the Dogs got done last night.
Yeah, the conditions, obviously, it was rainy, it was wet. Did you like the game plan? It seemed like, hey, run the football and rely on that defense.
Yeah, look, when you have a defense that you can rely on to really shut offenses down, you don't have to be overly aggressive offensively. You can control the clock. You can play a little bit more conservatively because you understand your defense is going to limit the other team's opportunities to score. So I really like what this offense did last night. Used personnel in a few different ways. Saw Speedy Luke on the perimeter, got him the ball and got him outside quickly. Used a couple of two-back sets. So they did some new things coming off the bye, but it was kind of classic. We're going to control the tempo of the game. We're going to rely on that defense, and we're going to make enough plays to win. 5
different running backs getting touches yesterday. Who impressed you the most from that group?
It was cool seeing Jonathan Arsenault get a touchdown. I mean, he's been here his entire career, has done nothing but work hard. Every year he's been here, doesn't always get the opportunity to play because it's such a deep running back room. It was great to see him bust one last night and get into the end zone. Speedy Luke is just different, right? He plays at a little bit of a different speed compared to every other running back they have. I really like Brandon Ramirez in that kind of dual role, playing fullback, lead blocking at times, getting him out in the flat quickly. He's a good athlete. He can carry it, but he's also a very physical blocker. So I really like a lot of the two-back stuff that they did last night.
I'm going to follow up with you about Arsenault. Could he be more of a factor? I mean, this was a pretty highly touted guy coming out of high school. He looked like he had a nice burst last night.
Yeah, I mean, every time he seems to get on the field, he does something positive. It's just so hard. Bryson Donaldson and Speedy Luke are so good. Elijah Gilliam, so good in pass protection. Brandon Ramirez, another guy who gets carries. It's just such a deep room. But yes, I think we saw that package last night with Arsenault in the backfield, Speedy Luke out wide, moving him around. But Arsenault was kind of the between the tackles type of a guy. Bounced one last night, took it down the sideline. I mean, he outran everybody. There were some guys who could run on that Wyoming defense. So I think he's just another piece that Josh Davis can utilize in that extremely deep running back room that he has.
On the other side of the ball, how does this defense compare to some of the best that you've seen at Fresno State?
I mean, they're so sound. They don't really beat themselves. The ability that they have to use combination coverage on some very difficult pass concepts. I mean, Wyoming's not a complex offense, but against Hawaii, really limited their effectiveness. Really excited to see them this week against an offense that can do it both, can run it and can pass it. But secondary solid. They're very sound against the run. The one thing you'd like to see a little bit more of is just a pass rush with 4 guys. To take that next step, you don't need to send pressure to speed up a quarterback. You have to do that with just your 4 down linemen. If they can take that step and start to get some pressure just sending 4, that's when you can see some really special things out of a defense.
We got a former DB here, so I got to ask you about the DBs, right? Especially those corners. From my perspective, watching it last night, it looked like they were just locking down the Wyoming receivers. Yeah. Talking about Azilian Hamilton, Jakari Embry. AZ gets a pick in the game. That had to impress you.
Yeah, I mean, Wyoming didn't necessarily have anybody that really scared you vertically. Both of those guys can run on the perimeter. So when you have that, you have 2 cornerbacks that are sitting and just waiting for the ball to get thrown in their direction because they're trying to take it the other way. I mean, Jakari Embry had a couple pass breakups last night. Alzillian had a couple, had the pick also. They were really locked down last night. Every year that J.D. Williams is here at Fresno State, he's going to have 2 corners that can play press coverage, that can identify their threats, and when they know that they can't get beat vertically, they're going to sit on routes and wait for something, and luckily AZ got one last night.
I want to ask you about the young linebacker, Titus Kajabi.
Man.
What do you like about his game?
Again, he's so sound. For a redshirt freshman to understand the game of football the way that he does is extremely impressive. He's always in the right place. He's not just in the right place, but he's using the right technique in the right place. So he's in the right place, but he's also putting himself in position to make plays because technically he's very sound. And then he plays with a little bit of an attitude, which as a linebacker, you know, when you're on defense, you're trying to just blow things up. You got to have a little bit of a screw loose. He's got just enough of a screw loose to be dangerous on defense.
Hey, before we continue, I got to roll some video here. I took this of our man here, Cameron Worrell, in the rain last night. Now, we know him as big, tough football player. We got just a little rain, Cam, going on here. You got the full hoodie. You're looking like the dark Sith of Star Wars or something. I mean, what was going on here? What was the game plan with your attire?
Hey, I was just protecting the equipment, right? You have to protect the headphones. Don't let them get too wet. Had the mic in the pocket most of the night. I'm not a big fan of raindrops hitting my face and head the whole time. I mean, I had to wipe the glasses off quite a bit last night because they were rain soaked. So I felt like that was a relatively mild rain outfit last night.
We're missing the poncho.
No, see, didn't
That
have
would
a
have taken it to another level, Scott. The poncho would have taken it.
Didn't go with the poncho last night. I toughed it out.
I have never seen Cam in non-red Bulldog shoes, but you had like some that looked like some kind of designer boot thing or something.
It was a boot that could get wet and not damage it too much. I don't know about designer, but it was very useful in the wet environment last night. None of those red shoes would have kept the feet dry at all.
He was prepared for the conditions.
He was. I mean, we're Central Valley people, right? We're not really used for stuff like that.
At all.
Hey, before we let you go, let's ask you about Utah State on deck and really where this Fresno State team kind of falls in the Mountain West picture. It could end up in a big tiebreaker at some point. You were saying the tiebreakers might not favor the Bulldogs too well. If the Dogs win out here and get to a Mountain West title game possibly, is this a team capable of winning a Mountain West championship?
I mean, we saw them against San Diego State, the likely opponent. Whatever other team makes it out of the Mountain West race, they're going to probably play San Diego State. They would have to play way better than they played against San Diego State the first time. Do they have the ability to? Yes, because they play defense the way that they do. So yes, they do have a chance. They need better quarterback play. They need their receivers to make more plays. They need to protect the quarterback a little bit better. I think run game is good enough. But because of that defense, you play San Diego State again and you get 3 turnovers, Fresno State can win that football game.
All right, that's Cameron Worrell. He's out of the rain gear. He's looking sharp for us here on Bulldog Insider. Thanks, Cam.
Yep.